Hello everyone, Elena, Whimsical Stitcher. Today is June 17th, 2023, and this is my channel about cross stitch. Welcome everyone. I have lots to show you today. I have some finishes, starts, whips, and of course, plans and haul. You know, all the normal things. To all my returning subscribers, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I love the comments and interaction with you, so thank you very much. To anyone new, I hope you'll subscribe and I hope you'll return to watch my progress on all my whips. So let's get started. So the last time I videoed, I was trying to go for a finish on Guinevere and Lancelot. I changed my goals. I was originally trying to get it done by June, and then I was trying to push it up to May 18th for a specific date. Didn't work out, but I did finish. I finished on May 21st, and there's a little bit of a story, and I'll tell you that right now. But here is my finish. I'm very happy with the way it came out. Just a little story. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs. And on the last day, May 21st, I had been working on, I was doing monogamous May, and I was working on it every day, and because I wanted to finish. And I was so close. So it comes down to Sunday, May 21st, and I still had 1,500 stitches, actually 1,502 stitches to be exact. And I really wanted to get it finished. And so I literally told my entire household that don't bother me. Don't bother me. I'm going to get this done. I'm going to push through in one day, and I'm going to finish all 1,500 stitches in one day. So it took probably, I want to say, about 6 to 8 hours of stitching. And the first 3 or 4 hours, I had accomplished about 900 stitches. And then I was getting kind of tired. And my husband said, let's go out and grab a bite to eat for dinner. You need a break. Made me take a break. So took a break for a couple of hours. I said, okay, I have to be back. I have to be home by 7 o'clock because it's going to take me at least 3 or 4 hours more to finish the additional 600 stitches. And so I took a break, a couple hours. We came back. 7 o'clock I was going to start. Started at 7 o'clock. Put on my compression gloves for my hands because at this point I knew my hands were going to start hurting. And I pushed on and I finished right before 11 p.m. May 21st. And I finished 1,502 stitches, and that's a lot for me. I think the most I've ever stitched in a day was 1,100. And so to hit 1,500 in a day was a lot. And because of my compression gloves, my hands did not hurt me the next day. So that's good. So I had that finished. So now I have to take it over to be framed. The last time I had a Heaven and Earth Designs framed, I took it to the local Michaels, and they did good. But it's been a few years since I had one framed there. So I'm not sure if I'll take it back there, or maybe there's another framer that was recommended to me here locally. So I'll check that establishment out as well and see how it goes. So so that's finish number 1. And now it's finish number 2. Number 2 is, I misplaced the pattern. Hold on. Okay. Finish number 2 is by, it's Spring Parade by Leela's Studio. And it's the one in the artichoke. And here we go. So I thought he came out good. Or she. I guess it's she. I don't know. Whatever. Super cute. I love it. I didn't stitch the borders. I'll probably make it into like a little pillow. So that is finished. So that was finish number 2. And starts. So for May, I wanted to start 4 new projects. So I did. And I had asked you to comment about what fabric on Swan Lake by Owl Forest Embroidery. And I did end up, the majority of everyone said to use this this fabric here, which is like a blue-green. But you can see that this is not quite coming out, not quite standing out as much as I thought it would. So it kind of blends in. So, and this is 28 count fabric, and I did 2/2, and I don't like 2/2 on 28 count, so I'm gonna restart it. I have plenty of fabric. I mean, there's a ton here. I have a ton of fabric, so I'm gonna restart it. And so I'm gonna stitch it 1/1, 28 count. And I'm thinking about trying this color for the moon instead of the blue variegated. Or I might pick out a different color. But I'm going to try it out. I'm going to see how it looks. This is the Light Effects. And I've never stitched with Light Effects before. So I might swap that out. I am going to swap it out. And it might be with this. It might be with something else. I have to see how it comes out. So I'll start it and I'll check it out and see how it comes out. If not, I'll probably swap it out for another color. But I do want to do a restart. I know not to use, for me, I don't like the way my stitches look 2/2 on 28 count, so I need to restart. I don't know why I did that. So I will restart this probably this month because I really love the charts. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I have to restart that. So that one kind of didn't go as well as planned, but it's okay. And then I also started Heaven and Earth Designs. And I will show you what it was called. It's called Admiration. And this is what it looks like. And this is the pattern. Heaven and Earth Designs. You can see the artwork, the artist there. And this is 238 colors. And I actually stitched on this for 2 days. And I'm at 0.09%. And so all my hanging threads, sorry. But with so many colors, there were so many colors just in these first almost 300 stitches. This is 1/1 on 25 count. And I'm not really sure the color of the fabric because I purchased this on 1-2-3 Stitch a few years ago. And I didn't write it down at that time. I wasn't writing anything down back then. So anyway, so I got almost 300 stitches in. I have a little over 344,000 more to go. It's okay though. It's all about the process. And let's see. Okay, there's that one. And then I wanted to start the Betrothed by Gigi R. And I was able to start that. This is, I think think this is 28 count lamb's wool. And so I got a little bit of the flower in there at the very upper left-hand corner. For some reason, I tend to start in the upper left corner. And then when I try out something new and I try to start in the right corner or the middle or other places, and I get frustrated and I'm like, why didn't I just start in the left corner? So that's what really works for me. So I got a little bit in on that one. I spent 2 days on that one. And that's really my first kind of sampler, I guess if you call it a sampler. Normally I don't stitch them, but it's my first one. And that lives in my bag. It's really pretty. I guess you can't really see it though. It's really pretty. And so that was 3. My 4th new start is Hip Hooray Designs. And this one is on 32 count colonial parchment. And so I got a little bit. I got a little tiny flag and then a little bit of the sheet. Just a tiny bit. And I probably won't stitch this part. I just really want a small pillow, but I'll see exactly how it comes out. I think just from here, and then it'll be a little bit smaller, so it can go into a dough bowl or my tier tray or something like that, but tiny. But it's cute. It's 32 count colonial parchment. My fabric is Fabrics by Stephanie. And hopefully I'll finish that this month. That's the plan anyway. One of my plans. I have many. So those were my starts. And then I have some whips. I worked on Maleficent, which is Heaven and Earth Designs. And the last time I worked on this, I had 36.46%, and now I'm at 37.08. So a little over 1,000 stitches. I filled in some here, filled in some here, filled in some up here. So it made it all a little bit more even. Long way to go on that one. But that's okay. And then my other whip is Beauty and the Beast. And I am now at 45.45%. And I'm so happy I got her head, her face, and I got an eye and an eyebrow and her lashes. And just a little story about this one. Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney story. But a little story. So I'm taking out the background on this one because I have the blue fabric, and so I'm taking out the background myself. With Pattern Keeper, if you're familiar with Pattern Keeper, you can, fill in a whole box, 10 by 10 square, and you can mark it so it finishes all of the squares in that 10 by 10 section. And I was doing that so I could see, okay, this 10 by 10 square, where am I taking out the background? What part am I actually stitching? So I was doing that so I could figure out exactly where this ends. And I hit the wrong button. I could have kicked myself. I hit the button that said clear, instead of clear all the stitches in this square, it said clear all the stitches on this page. So I ended up clearing all the stitches I had done all in here. It took me almost 2 hours to go back and figure out what stitches I had done and re-put them back into Pattern Keeper and figure out exactly what I had done before. It's a little frustrating. So, my own fault. I just have to pay attention to what buttons I'm pushing. It's a little frustrating, but it's okay. I got it all fixed and I was able to keep stitching. It wasn't the end of the world. It's just took up 2 hours of my time. It's kind of like when you make a mistake with your floss and you have to frog it all out. Well, this was having to put it all back in. But anyways, no harm. Okay, what else do I have? I have a little bit of haul. I received my Just Cross Stitch magazine. And I have a little note because I really like this pattern. It's cute. Home is where you park it. And I thought this was so cute. One day I will have a little camper so I can stitch this and hang it. I won't. So I like that. So I'm going to put my little marker in there and save that for one day. And sorry, I have to open this up. I haven't opened these yet. This one is Fabrics by Stephanie, 32 count, Lugana. And she didn't put a name on this one. There's no name on that one. But this one's really pretty. It's very like a light gray. Maybe like a, it's really pretty. Light gray. Very, very light. Very pretty. I'm sure I will find something for that. And then this next one is Under the Sea Fabrics. Rose Hips, 18 count. Opal. This one's pretty. See a little sparkle in there. I'm sure I will find something to put on. And let's see. So as far as WIP go, I'm getting caught up. I still need to work on one of my Bella Filipinas to get caught up. And then so these are my plans. So once I work on my Bella Filipina for a few days, I will actually finish. That'll account for my February WIP Go call. And then I'm caught up. So I'm going to work on that in June. And I think I have it down for 3 days. And when I say 3 days, I mean, if I can put in a few stitches, great, that's 1 day. Or if I can put in 1,000 stitches, that's even better. But it just depends on if I have to work that day, then obviously I probably won't get in as much because then my stitching time gets reduced down to nothing. And then June WIP Go numbers were called, and so I need to start this, or not start this, but I have 1,000 stitches listed on my WIP Go for this one for June, which is my number 4 call. So I'll work on this one, which is checking it twice. The Heaven and Earth design. I'm paying any attention to that. I was testing out how many threads I wanted to use on this particular fabric because I think this one is 22 count. I think. I'm pretty sure. And I don't normally work on 22 count. So I'll put in a few stitches on that one for 1,000 stitches on that one for my June. And then my other June WIP Go call is number 16, which is my Bellatrix, which is also by Bella Filipina, which is a new start. And, oh, where's my pattern? I'm sure you've seen this one before, Bellatrix. And this is the fabric. The fabric I chose was Fiberlicious Skyfall. Which is this one. So I need to start that. I don't know exactly what day I will start it, but I will start it sometime this month. And then since I finished Guinevere and Lancelot, Guinevere and Lancelot was my focus project, so I was working on it every weekend so that I could get it to finish. So my new focus project is going to be Beauty and the Beast. So Beauty and the Beast will come out every weekend so that I can get some good progress on it. If all the stars come into alignment, I might be able to finish that this year. But all the stars have to come into alignment, and I know I'll be able to put in a lot of stitching time in the next couple of months on my focus projects, or actually all my projects. I should be able to put in a lot of time, but what tends to happen right around September is I start feeling I need to stitch on something fall, something Halloween, something winter, something Christmas, and so then I squirrel off and start something else. So we'll see how it goes. So not a guarantee I'll finish it this year, but I'm pretty sure if I can stick to it, I can get pretty close. So we'll see. And I think that is all I have to share with you today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found something that you like, and I hope you'll come back and leave me a comment or two. What are you working on? I'm going to try this month. I'm really going to try and start posting more on social media, on Facebook and on Instagram. Anyways, thank you for joining me, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.